Hello, this is Miniature Mike. Welcome to the play-in round of the Sith Lords tournament. This is going to be a best of 3 between 17 seed Darth Maul, Sith Apprentice, and 16 seed Darth Nihilus. The winner will move on to the first round to play Darth Revan. It's going to be a tall task on that one. It's going to be quite the reward for whoever wins. All right, a 1 and a 15. Let's see here. How do we want to do this with... I'm going to have Darth Maul go first. Let's see. Darth Maul, Sith Apprentice, is going to use Night Speed to get right up to Darth Nihl and attack immediately. Darth Nihilus and attack immediately. That will be 20 damage. In retaliation, Darth Nihilus will use 1 force point and use Drain Life 10. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do that because I want to use double attack in this situation. So roll a save of 11. So do the 10 damage. And then use the save of 11 to see if 10 damage is removed. It is not. So that will stay the way it is. Then Darth Nihilus can continue and attack. That is a hit. And that is a miss. Just 10 damage, in this case to Darth Maul. We'll roll for initiative. Maul's a 12. Nihilus is a 1. Unfortunate. Okay, Sith Rage by Darth Maul, Sith Apprentice. And let's start with all 3 attacks. We'll need to get an 8 or higher in order to hit. Miss. 11, hit. 17, hit, 60 damage. Darth Nihilus will actually take a risk and use Sith Hunger to do 20 damage to Maul and remove 20 damage from himself. Let's see if we can win initiative next time around. Okay, let's do initiative. 12 for Maul, 8 for Nihilus. It's not gonna work out. Let's see here, Darth Maul, 16. A 7, that actually is a miss, and a 9, hit. That's going to be enough damage to take out Darth Nihilus. So Maul will win game number 1, and let's set up for game number 2. Initiative for game number 2, 17 for Maul, a 2 by Darth Nihilus. Maul's just going to jump into here fast, use Night Speed like before, and get in there quick and start attacking. 8, that's going to be enough for 20 damage. Nihilus, on the other hand, is just going to use Sith Hunger and transfer the 20 damage over while also taking the force point. Alright, time for initiative. An 8 by Maul, a 16 by Darth Nihilus. In this situation, Darth Nihilus is just going to attack, use double attack. A 2, it's a miss. Let's re-roll. Need an 8 or higher. 12. Okay, that is a hit. Attack number 2. 10. That is also a hit. So that will be 40 damage to Darth Maul. This is a solid start for Nihilus. Let's see if Darth Maul reciprocates. Also needs an 8 or higher to hit. That's a 19. Vapid Style will make that a critical. So it's 40 damage. Hit. Another hit, so that's 60 damage. And then another hit, that will be 80 total damage. Let's see who wins this initiative. 5 and an 8. Darth Nihilus will go first. Let's see, what will Darth Nihilus do? Darth Nihilus will do an interesting gamble. I'm going to use 1 force point. Transfer 20 points over by using Sith Hunger. And Darth Nihilus is actually going to elect to move. I will trigger an attack of opportunity. An 8. An 8 was rolled. That is going to be 20 damage to Darth Nihilus, so it gets the damage back anyways. Interesting gamble, and then Darth Maul will move. Darth Maul will be able to move up. See if Darth Maul can win right now. A 3. That is a miss. So we will move on to the next round. Let's see what happens here. I think whoever wins may win the match. An 8 by Maul. A 12 by Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus will elect to go again. Let's see here. Darth Nihilus is going to do the same strategy. Use Sith Hunger. Transfer over 20 damage. And that will be only 10 left for Darth Maul. And move out of there. Trigger attack of opportunity by Darth Maul. A 16. That is unfortunately a hit for Darth Nihilus. In danger of dying once again. Darth Maul will move and attack Darth Nihilus. That is an 8. That is enough to take out Darth Nihilus and knock out and win game number 2. Great effort by Darth Nihilus. That Sith Hunger strategy almost paid off. 50-50 chance on those hits, but they did not. Darth Maul hit every single time, and it was a good try. Good try. All right, thank you. Till next time, have a good one. '15 seed Darth Malak, Dark Lord of the Sith, versus 18 seed Darth Nihl. This will be best of 3. Let's get started. 9 for Malak, 12 for Nihl. Nihl will go first. Nihl will use Force Lightning 1 to do 20 damage to Darth Malak. Malak will move. Gain a force point, which was already there, and attack. That's going to be a hit. Darth Malak only needs to get a 5 or higher to do damage. Roll for initiative number 2. Malak got a 2, and Darth Nihl got a 10. Nihl will definitely go first, and will use just attack normally. A 10 plus 12, that is a miss, and a re-roll. You need to get 12 or higher, that's a miss. Let's use the second attack. An 8, that is also a miss. Not very lucky. Darth Malak will counter attack and use Sith Rage. So I will use the force point I would have collected to gain Sith Rage. That's going to be a hit. And another hit. Time for initiative number 3. 15 and 11. Malak will go first. Simply use the Sith Rage. That's going to be a hit. And then one more. One more. Officially done. He's over. That will be game 1 goes to Darth Malak. I've now set up for game number 2. Let's get started. 18 for Malak. A 10 for Nihl. Malak will move first and go. Move here. Use the force point on Force Stun to make him skip his turn. Roll a 11 or higher to save. Did not save. I'm not going. Well, I'm going to use a force point to see if I can get through. So Nihl will use a force point. Does not get the save anyways. That's a bummer for Nihl. Round over. Initiative number 2. Once again, Darth Malak succeeds. Malak will move and attack. Does 20 damage. Malak will use the force point he would have gained from renewal to use Force Stun again. That one succeeds, so Nihl may still use his turn. Darth Nihl will go. A 17 is a hit. And then second attack, 11, that is a miss. Let's re-roll and get some damage. A 19, that is a hit. So 2 hits for Darth Nihl on this one. Time for initiative. 18 for Malak, 4 for Nihl. Malak will go first. Let's use that force point from Force Renewal on Sith Rage to do maximum damage. A critical 20. That's bad. Bad for Nihl. Bad for Nihl. A 7, so both hits. That was 70 total damage. Let's see what Nihl can do to retaliate. A 16. That's a good start. That's a hit. An 11 is a miss. Let's re-roll for Darth Nihl. See if we can get some more damage. Oh, rolled all over it. Still a miss, so we'll just do damage once. 20 damage. Initiative. A 4. And a 20 for Darth Nihl. Interesting. Darth Nihil's going to go first. Let's see if we get lucky there. A 5. That's a miss. Let's re-roll. A 6, also a miss. Let's do double attack now. My last attack. 12. That will in fact be a hit and do 20 damage. Malak will retaliate and use Sith Rage. What the heck? Let's end this right here. 14. Game over. Darth Nihl is defeated. And Darth Malak wins this quite easily in the best of 3. Great game between the two. And Darth Malak will be moving on to the first round.